whatever it is, let me enjoy that. So all that you are putting like a dustbin in your system.
What is your take on this hustle mindset?
From where it is starting is from the education system. So if the education system allow me to do what I love, what I like, I can become a scientist. Because I failed in my maths, they are failing me in the 10th grade.
That is a very big issue faced by startup entrepreneurs, especially that they lose track of their own health and taking care of everything. They stop taking care of themselves,
Yeah.
and it's really difficult for them to manage the business, their family time, and their own time. So once you bounced back after, like, I think you took few years to bounce back. Once you bounced back, what changes you felt started happening in your life, in terms of relationships, in terms of your health, and how did you started that journey? Like, did you start with nutrition? Did you start with exercise? Tell us about the journey.
I think it's a mental. First, you have to have mind. First comes mind. So you start enjoying life. So what I realize is, okay, whatever I don't have money, don't worry. I will take my credit card and I'll go to some place and spend time there. The time has to be quality of time. My mother used to say, why you are spending time? When you don't have money, why you are spending time? I said, whatever it is, let me enjoy that. So the moment I started taking these kind of decisions, I used to go and enjoy that. So when I'm enjoying, my being is changing. You know what is being? Being means I'm sitting here, I'm an angry person, I'm a sad person, then things will not happen. So I change my being from an angry person or the frustrated person to happy person. The moment the being has changed to happy person, then everything started attracting. So I'm talking to customers. Who is talking is a happy person. So when I'm talking to customer, he's giving me more business. When I'm talking to my friends, the bonding between friends are improving. When I'm talking to my daughter or kids or wife, so everywhere when the being is changed, so you are attracting happiness towards you. And once the happiness comes, then whatever you're eating, you are aware of what you are eating. So there is nothing wrong in having this or that. So a lot of people they try to change their whole system, like weight loss. I've seen so many people they try to weight. Why they gain weight is the first thing is because of uh, the hormonal imbalances in the body. Number two, the sadness. So many things are there. So instead of changing that, if they try to do hard work, if they try to control the diet, so he wanted to eat something and he's not able to eat because he wants to lose weight. So again, he goes into depression. He wanted to do exercise, but he doesn't have a mood to do exercise. So once you get the happiness, then whether you exercise or not, you start losing weight. Whether a little bit more eat, food is not a problem. So you have to be happy. Change the mood basically, change the being. That's what I've done.
So you started with your mind, and then you brought it into your food and everything, all other areas of your life. So you talked about age reversal, that you reversed your age. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah. See, I think you know better, like what happens when you're in a very very high this thing. Like what is that love hormone?
Oxytocin.
Oxytocin and so many hormones. So if you start doing something, if those hormones are coming to your body, then you don't know like what is happening inside. So it is so many hormones. So it's all the game of hormones. So once you have to do that, see a lot of people like reversing aging. What happens is you need to lose weight. Now people are confused with the advertisements. For example, people who drink Coke, they go and take 0-calorie Coke or something. So it is more dangerous than normal Coke. So similarly, somebody shows a green tea. So people start drinking green tea and they think they lose weight. And some belt, they are showing that you use this belt, you will lose weight. So actually, if I start going deep into that, everything is good. For example, green tea It will have a lot of antioxidants and it is going to help you. But how much? In terms of weight loss, it is going to help you 1% of weight loss. But they show some good girl or good boy who's very slim and they're trying to train. So it is going to work only 1%. Even the belt or the ab crunches or something. So you need to think holistically. 1% if you do 100 things together. For example, uh, you need a good sleep. When you sleep well, your body releases growth hormones.
Mm.
Okay, to sleep well, you can do meditation, you can do something, some way of doing it. You have to have a good aroma in the room, you can have a good lighting in the room. So you need to have a good sleep, you need to have a good exercise. See, the problem with people, what they are trying to do is they try to do 1 hour of exercise. It is not enough. You need to do more exercise. But where is the time to do that? Okay, so how you can try to replace into your system? For example, you're talking. Instead of talking by sitting somewhere in the phone, you can walk and talk. So you're burning some calories. Instead of using the lift, you can use staircase to go up and down. So like that, if you can add a little bit of physical exercise here and there, if you get some time, you can do some crunches, some squats, some kind of activity. And then in terms of nutrition, you have to have aware what to eat. Suppose most of us, including me, when I'm stressful, I try to eat more,
Mm.
some snacks or something. So when you're doing that, you have to be aware why I am doing this because of my mindset. So you just try to sit somewhere and do meditate or do something. So once that disturbance gone, then you don't want to eat. A lot of people they gain weight because of eating, uh, stressful eating or whatever. Then while
Emotional eating,
emotional,
perhaps.
yeah.
Yeah.
So while eating, if you chew,
Mm.
okay, what most of all, I mean, even the kids and all, they were watching TV and they're eating. Uh, so what happens is the digestive system doesn't know what is going into your stomach. So when you're eating, you are aware that I'm eating this. I'm talking about very bigger this thing, like you chew something, and if suppose you're eating non-veg, then when you are chewing for more time, then the mind will give the signal that food is going to come, be ready to digest it. If you're watching something or talking to somebody and eating, then digestive system doesn't know what you're eating. So all
Mm.
that you're putting like a dustbin into your system. So you have to chew and you have to eat little slow. This is one tip. You can have antioxidants or tea or something. That's one tip. You have to have a good sleep is one tip. So like that, there are so many small changes you have to do. 24 hours. Then
Mm.
see if you talk about the blue zone,
Mm.
a lot of people who lives in Japan and many other places, they are able to live for 100 to 120 years. How they are able to live is same way. They go and dig water. They try to get something, and they have a good oxygen. They have a the more movement will be there in their life, and whatever they're eating, they're trying to eat the healthy thing, whichever available. What we are doing, we are going to supermarket. We are trying to get something which a lot of preservatives will be there in that, which is not good for health. So the more you take from the nature, okay, the green juices. So when you're having the juice with a lot of greens and vegetables and foods, and it will cleanse your system. Detoxification of your body and mind is important to be young.
So you told about blue zones, like you talked about people in Japan who are eating what is close to them. But nowadays, when you go to a nutritionist, I remember going to a dietitian and she gave me all the kind of foods which are available only in specific stores, and she told me to eat avocado, not to eat mangoes and bananas. But you are saying that we should eat what is locally available. So what is actually good food for us?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a very good question which you have asked. See, what happens is the nature is giving us the food where we are living. Okay,
hmm.
that will come according to that season. Suppose you are living in India in one place, the mango is coming to cool your system. Okay, lemon is coming in certain period, like watermelon. Watermelon will come in the summer. If you eat watermelon, it will cool down your system. So similarly, all the foods, whatever coming, it is coming to help you. But unfortunately, it's very, very unfortunate. What has happened was from 1970s, the whole system, the marketing has entered. Marketing has entered and trying to promote their product in such a way, the whole nation, the whole world has fall into wrong track. So, for example, the thali, Indian thali. If you take South Indian thali, there is a rice, which is a carbohydrate. There is a dal, which is a protein, and there is a curd, which is a helps you in digestion and cool your system. So, like that, according to the climatic condition, our ancestors have created a beautiful thing. If you go to different parts of India, there are different thalis out there, which is perfectly suitable for that location. For example, in South India, groundnut oil, which is good. If you go to Kerala, they'll take a lot of coconut oil. If they go to like Calcutta, they have a lot of sweets in their food. They never got any heart attack. They never had any health issues. But now, why people are getting health issues? By the time they reach 25 to 30, they get heart attack, they get diabetes, they get so many problems. Is because of the lifestyle. Like what happens is, suppose I'm sitting in Hyderabad. What I want is, like I said, the thali. When we are talking, you are in Dubai now, right? You are in UAE. So what is the staple food there? If you see, they have all the red meats, like either camel or beef or mutton or chicken. So these are the foods which they eat. With this, they have a dhaba, the tea. Okay, they have a lot of salads. So this is a balanced diet for their food. But now what happens is, in India, I'm sitting. I want some good, delicious food from UAE. When I'm talking about thali, it's a balanced thali. But what I'm taking is, I'm taking only one part of that, which is bad. The other good parts I'm leaving. Okay, I'm taking that. If you, I want the Kerala chip, which is cooked in a coconut. This thing. Why it is balanced? Because with that they are having fish, they are having something which is interconnected. If I want a Rasgulla of Bengal, why they are having Rasgulla? With that they have something else. So like that, every place, they, according to the climate, they have created some food. But now we are sitting in a super this thing, and we are eating all the bad things of the society, and we are eating. So that's where the whole nutrition habits has gone into problem. See, there is nothing wrong. Actually, somebody has done a research. The problem with especially the Indians and the people, they never done any research on ghee. Ghee is one of the best form of nutrition. But somebody has done a research in US. They said it's a saturated fat, you should not eat. So everybody stopped taking the ghee, and they all moved from ghee to the oils. The oils are very, very bad because it's not cold press oil. It's all, and they're trying to show heart, and they're trying to say it's good for your health and all the nutrition trying to promote. So that's where the whole system has gone into the wrong track. See, our ancestors used to have a lot of millets. Okay, we moved from millets to rice and chapatis or wheat. This is how the things are changed. Suppose you take, sorry, maybe I'm taking more time on this.
No, absolutely not. It is absolutely okay. One second. Yeah, it's absolutely okay, and it is important for us to know, because we are so much driven towards eating avocado as compared to mangoes. When actually mango is something that is so abundant in our country and it is so nutritious, but we are going and buying a 400 rupees avocado as compared to mangoes, and then we are showing it. Many people put it on Facebook also. Today I'm having avocados.
Yeah.
And they are telling us not to use ghee. I remember the dietitian saying that have only rice bran oil, canola oil, and I had not even heard about them. and I was thinking that, oh, I have to pay more for those oils than I'm paying for you. So it was like having thinking that will I be able to continue that diet even if I take it for a few months? Is it sustainable for me? So that is also one thing that comes to our mind when it comes to diet, that how sustainable it is, because health is something that has to be sustainable.
Absolutely. See,
Yeah.
health is very, very cheap. People are making it very expensive in other way. Okay. Suppose you take anything which is bottled up is having the bad this thing on your body. So you take nutritious whatever available locally, you take that and try to see what I am doing a research. See, my practice, my whole 20-25 years of my journey is trying to integrate the knowledge of Western and Eastern
Hmm.
and come up with some formula. Okay, our people has invented yoga,
Hmm.
Ayurveda, naturopathy, so which have the one of the best forms of this thing. Then what happens was somebody came and they said medical system is the best thing. Don't they call them no facts. You don't follow them because they don't have a researcher. So people started falling towards it. I'm not saying it is bad, medical system. Sometimes it's good, like somebody have a heart attack. Immediately you cannot take him to naturopathic clinic or do something to save him. So where we are able to save him in the medical hospital. But see, there are two things which I want to tell everybody. Is your body is like a machine. Okay? So what you do with this machine? Suppose what you wanted to give, suppose we need a petrol. But what we are giving kerosene to our system. So what will happen? It will not give you
It's
output.
not going to work.
Yeah. Similarly, you have a car and you don't have air in the car. Like air in the sense, then it cannot go smoothly. So you need to give the air in the tires. Similarly, we have some kind of a deficiency. A lot of people have iron deficiency, some people have some other deficiency. So we need to understand all this and give a good nutrition to our system so that we will be having a very smooth life, whatever age. See, I'm also an advisor to a club. It's called Elderly Club, where people after 50 they join the club. And you know what is their challenges? All these people they have a different challenges. Somebody, they have different challenges. So what we are trying to tell them is, after 50, how to be happy. Whatever happened is happened. Now in the second innings, now you have to have the same love life. You need a same movement in the body. So all these challenges. So if you can treat your body, your machine, in a properly, not falling into the trap of, as you said, avocado is better than mango. That's a wrong trap. As a society, people are taking that. So instead of that, if you start eating the local available foods and try to understand what it's going to give, maybe one person they may have more or less, but this will have better things. So always try to eat locally available foods. Always try to eat a balanced food. Balanced food, what is the meaning of balanced food? A lot of people nowadays, they go to have high protein, low carb diet. Okay? Like I can say so many people.
There are many fat diets related to it that don't take carbs and just don't take sugar at all, and just take high protein or high fat diet. Yeah.
So you have to understand that. What I'm saying is, everything, nutrition, will do something in the body. For example, if you take protein, it will prepare the tissues in the body. So if you take carbohydrates, it will give you energy. So if you don't have energy, if you are having only protein, if you don't have energy, how can you go and exercise? Okay? So similarly, balance, you need fiber. Fiber will clean your intestine. Okay? The more fiber you take, it will go and fill your stomach. So you need to have fiber also. You need to have protein also. You need to have carbohydrates also. You need to have water, which will detoxify your body. So balanced food is always important. But people in a trying to lose weight, trying see, this is again one big problem is losing weight.
Hmm.
Don't try to lose weight. Losing weight is a byproduct. You try to be optimally healthy. What is optimally healthy? You need to have mentally happy. Suppose I wanted to eat something and my trainer said don't eat this. You have to understand that if I want to eat rasgulla, I can have half piece. There is no problem in that. But if I have 10 rasgulla, then there is a problem. So don't try to keep your emotions in a bad mood and try to work out to lose weight. Even if you lose weight, there is no glamour in your face. Even if you lose weight, there is no energy in you. So that's not correct. So you need to have energy, you need to have a good mood, you need to have happiness, and at the end you can lose some weight.
That is an amazing point because many people lose weight and then they look pale and sick, and only few people who are using these techniques where they are actually gaining health and not working towards losing weight. I can say that they should work towards gaining health and not losing weight. That using all the techniques you have mentioned, and you mentioned about optimal health, and before that you mentioned about biohacking means you mentioned about reverse aging, which we
Yes.
can say is biohacking.
Yeah.
So if someone has to get an optimal health and reverse their age about biohacking, what is your biggest advice to them, like how they can start?
Yeah, they can start. First is the changing of their mental this thing that I'm old. See, a lot of people by the time they reach 50s, they start thinking I'm going to be retired, I'm going to do this thing, that thing. So their mind will become like a old. So they have to change their mindset. They have to be like a teenager. They have to think like a young person. Then only things can happen. So first is change your mindset. The second thing is don't think of results immediately. That's one more problem. So slowly, it's a slow process. Let it happen. See, the ultimate aim is to have everything under perfect this thing. Like BMI. What is BMI? Is height weight ratio. So for my height, I should be this much of weight. To come to that state, if I do that, and I need to have muscularity in the body. As we grow older, we deteriorate our muscles every year. So the more muscle we deteriorate, the more we become old. So we need to gain muscle. So how we can increase muscle? You don't need to become a bodybuilder. See, again, as I told you, there is a difference between a sports and optimal health. What happens in the sports is the wear and tear will be more.
Right.
Okay, suppose if I have to run 100 meters, if I run in 12 seconds, I cannot become a champion. So I need to run in less than 10 seconds. So if I have to run that, then what I have to do? I have to put a lot of pressure on my heart, a lot of pressure on my body to reach that. So there is a wear and tear of your machine is happening. Similarly, bodybuilding. Bodybuilding is a sport where you need to develop so much of muscularity. Then to do that, people take injections, people take a lot of this thing to build this thing. And see, anything you're going beyond your limit, then it is putting a lot of wear and tear and you become quickly old. Okay? So here what I'm talking about is you need to do exercise. Like you have a car and you're not using it. What is going to happen?
The battery will die and the car will not start.
Okay. What else? It
There
becomes
will be a
junk.
lot of rust.
Yeah, there will be a lot of rust. So same thing is happening to your body. What happens is when you are not the rust in this language is called arthritis. Okay. Same way, battery is not working is your emotions in your whole system. So same car, you are using it for 100 meters. The Formula One. What will happen in Formula one round? All tires will be gone. So same way, if you overuse your body, do something, then there is a problem. So you have to use your body optimally, give the nutrition which is required, give the body rest, how much it needed. So when you give the complete rest, then growth hormone will release. Pituitary. So it's a hormonal balance. So we have to integrate, like the acupressure therapy. A lot of imbalances happen. So if you use a little bit of acupressure therapy, pressing your points and doing some yoga, and keep always happy. So when you'll be happy, when you try to give something back, always the mindset of the people, I want, I want, I want. In that process, they, people go on working up to 40, 50, and by the time they got a lot of wealth, they don't have the body to enjoy it.
So, can you tell us about your life schedule? Like, what is your schedule right now that you are maintaining everything, your businesses, your relationships, your state of mind, as well as your health? Okay. So tell us your secret.
Yeah, I get up at 5:30 in the morning, and I go for walk in the nature, beautiful nature. I go for a walk where there's a lot of birds, beautiful greenery, and then I will expose myself to the sun. Okay, vitamin D deficiency, a lot of people are facing. So once I do 1 hour of walk there, so I get whatever is needed. So I'm connected to the nature. Then I do a lot of good gymming exercises where I'm stopping my deteriorating of my musculature. Okay, so I wanted to lose weight in a long process. Okay, and like what is optimal health means you should have a body like a Superman. That kind of a good muscularity. Then I do workout there, and I eat whatever food is available. I don't want avocado, I don't want these, whatever available, and try to manage a little bit here and there. And I'm lucky that my wife helps me, cutting the salads and making juices or whatever. So then, if I get some time, I take a little bit nap in the afternoon, and I go and I have 4-5 businesses. So I try to spend some time and try to. I recently opened a COVID essential. So a lot of people, all the gyms were closed, all the businesses were shut down. People are thinking what to do. Suddenly I got an idea. I started the COVID essentials. I want to help people. See, there are two ways of doing things. One is you just want to earn money. One is you wanted to give back to the society. So that's how I started this. So up to now, the COVID is going down. So we are converting that business model into health essentials. Like you said, the health essentials. So even in the health essentials, I wanted to give the best thing what people need. For example, a lot of girls, a lot of women, they have a iron deficiency. So how to get iron in the body is one is through tablets or through nature. This drumstick leaves. So if you take those drumstick leaves and make it as a powder and add that powder into your dal or anything, that is going to give you a lot of iron. Similarly, the sitapal, the custard apple, it will have lot of good things. It will have calcium in that. So like that, you can take everything from nature and whatever available to you instead of going and trying to do something, all that. Okay, this is what, and in the night I try to sleep 10:30 and try to sleep well because I'm tired in the morning. I get a good sleep, and a lot of people, they go on watching TVs and movies and they don't sleep early, so they cannot get up. So I'm not keeping any grudges on anybody. Whether somebody is with me, I'm happy. If they don't want to be with me, I'm happy. And the grudges or the hatred it's a different emotion. So you have to leave everything. And then laughter. So I try to watch some kind of a laughter shows or something where you have to 1 minute of laughter will help you to lose, reverse your aging. So all these kind of things, little bit here and there, and try to spend time with your family. Try to have a good love life. Okay, all these things are important.
So we now know the secret of your health and the secret of the glow on your face.
Thank you.
That is that is really amazing to know that how you are managing, and you mentioned many great things, including that you should give your body enough rest. But people at a younger age, they are now getting into a hustle mentality. Like many people are saying, just hustle your way to success, be successful, leave everything, focus on your career, or don't sleep when you are tired, sleep when you are done. So these kind of things are being propagated. And even in corporates, you will means I have worked for corporates, MNCs, and there are this thing I found very common, that you have to keep on completing a task, and until you are done, you just can't leave because you are not feeling mentally well. You just have to continue, you have to complete it, and then you have to go. So what is your take on this hustle mindset? Do you think it is the right way to do things, or do you think there are better ways to be successful as well as happy?
Okay. Uh, Mind Valley.
Yes, I know.
Okay. They also have a team who's working for them. So what he do is, see, I'm talking about the management perspective. Like you give somebody a task. See, that's how we have grown. That's where the whole system has become bad. From where it is starting is from the education system. In education system, we have to pass 10 grades, like all subjects, math, science, social. So I'm very interested in science, but I'm very, maths is very boring subject for me. But I have to pass, otherwise I'll fail. Okay. So if the education system allow me to do what I love, what I like, I can become a scientist. Because I failed in my maths, they are failing me in the 10th grade. If I fail in 10th grade, I can be a genius in science, but I cannot go to the next level. So this is where, as a system, we are failing there. Second, when you join a company or when you are there, if you allow your person, like what is happening is they are trying to squeeze out from an employee whatever juice they have. They're not allowing them to work. So that's where I never worked in any organization for a longer time, because I wanted to live life with my terms. So when you wanted to live life with your terms, even if you're working, there's nothing wrong in that. But the management has to allow them a free time. Somebody want a leave, give them a leave. But if you give that kind of freedom, their performance will be double. So why I told you about this thing is, they got the best employer award. So what he do is, he gives a task. He says you complete this task in say 3 months or 6 months, and then you complete your passionate work. Suppose I wanted to go for Himalayas, you go and come back. But when you are going, you plan and tell me, in that time I'll put somebody else to do that work. If I go and come back to Himalayas, then I'll become so happy. And with that happy person, if I work, it is a great thing. If I want to go and play something 1 hour in the evening, if my employer allow me to go and play, tomorrow what I do, see, that's why when I employ anybody, they come and give me so many certificates. Sir, I have done this, I have done this. I'll keep all the certificates next. I said, did you play sport? If you play sport, what will happen is, your mindset built in such a way that you will come with the solution than the problem. Okay? Lot of people I have selected, they all come with the problem. This is how ye nahi ho raha hai, wo nahi ho raha. So I want somebody who can come with the solution oriented. So who will come with the solution oriented? The people who are happy. So mindset has to be happy mindset. So when you are in happy mood, you can get answers to anything. But these things are very difficult to explain people. But there are so many organizations who has done this. Like if you take Google doesn't have a old style of benches. You can sit somewhere, you can come in charts, you can do anything. So the idea behind this is to give more freedom
Hmm.
to employee and allow them to work, and productivity will go up.
Okay. So this is a great message for entrepreneurs who are hiring people, that give your employee that kind of space. Don't just think that you have to get some juice from
Yes.
them. Give
Yeah.
them the time to rejuvenate, and then they'll perform automatically. Their performance will go high. So that is a great message. Now I have one question about nutrigenomics, which is eating according to genetics. So we talked a lot about nutrition today, and you mentioned that like if I'm living in Dubai, I should eat the entire platter, which is from which is a local, which is basically local. But what is your take on this nutrigenomics concept, where you are eating according to your genes, even when you are not in that place?
Yeah. See, there are two things. One is uh, the best scientist is your own yourself. Okay. See, what happens is somebody will test your nutrigenetics and they say you should eat this, you should eat that. That may work with you or that may not work with you. Okay. So
Hmm.
people, this is also one of the marketing gimmicks or whatever. I'm not saying it's bad.
Hmm.
See, if you talk about nutrigenetics, what it means is you are supposed to eat what your ancestors have eaten.
Hmm.
Okay. Suppose there are people nowadays. The whole world has become a small village.
Hmm.
A guy from US has married to Indian lady, and they got the kids, and the kids got married to African.
Hmm.
Okay, one is African, one is this. So like that, what is happening genetically? We were mixing with so many genes. So now, if you ask him or her to eat, what kind of food they should eat the Indian food or they should eat American food or this thing. There's a confusion there,
True.
right? So second is that's where I said awareness. If you are aware of what you're doing, suppose I'm eating. Uh, for example, somebody comes and says you eat this kind of fat diet where you're going to lose weight. There are 10 people who have lost weight by only having the protein. So some people, if they eat protein, their uric acid levels will go up, and
Hmm.
the effect of that will put on the kidney. And if
Hmm.
they are aware that this is happening to me, sorry boss, more overload of protein is actually affecting me. Let me have a little bit carbs with that, or these kind of changes. So people will fall into the trap. Again, I said no. The whole system. Somebody comes and says you do this, you do this. Like diabetes, why it is coming? So people are trying to put us into the medicine. Like if you take US,
Hmm.
lot of people are depressed from the very young age. They are a little bit depressed, and they take them to some psychologist. They give them the pills, so they become addicted to those pills. In India, एक चाटा देते हैं. Okay, so this is how what I'm saying is, instead of falling into the wrong trap, if you are going,
Hmm.
the highest antidepressant tablets will be sold in US.
True.
Okay,
Hmm.
so all this is why, I mean, where we are going wrong as a society.
And nowadays, every other person I meet, they say that I have been depressed. Actually, I have also faced so many difficulties in my life. Heart was broken, lost something, lost my job. So a lot of things happened, but I didn't knew the word depression at that time. So
Yeah.
when I left, completed my engineering, I remember the entire market was closed. There was a big recession in 2008,
Yeah.
and there were no jobs. Plus I was heartbroken at the same time, and I remember, but I didn't know the word depression. So what I did was I put some motivational quotes across my room, and then I started studying that I'll study, and I did German language course, MBA, anything I could get my hands on, because I didn't know the word depression and psychiatrist. So I didn't know how I have to go to a doctor and then they'll give me some pill. But I'm seeing it so common that even small kids I'm meeting, they're saying I had a depression phase, instead of saying it was a setback or it was a learning experience. What is your experience on this about depression, and how true it is according to you? Means.
Yeah. See, these are the words will have a big impact. Okay, vocabulary, whatever you are using, it will have a big impact. That's what I said. Na, in India, कोई जाके बोलते I'm depressed. Father एक लगा के बोलता चल पढ़ ले. So actually, I'll tell you one story about Abdul Kalam. What happens in the mind is whatever word you listen, I mean, hear, your mind starts working towards that. So once Abdul Kalam was hanging in a tree. In those days, there is a game called hanging in the tree. So which bolte hain. So he and one girl both were hanging. So that girl's father came and he said, "Arey, गिर जाएगी, गिर जाएगी. Okay, hold it tight." The moment she hear that गिर जाएगी, suddenly she fell. His father came. He said, "जोर से पकड़ ले, नहीं तो गिर जाओगे." Then he hold, because first he listen is a holding. नहीं तो गिर जाओगे. The second thing. So similarly, that kind of impact is there on us. So now when we talk about US, so they come and say you are depressed. They are giving a prescription. They are giving a medicine, and you believe that you are depressed. Okay, instead of taking them out, they need friends. They need family members who can talk to them. See, the word is nothing. It is very easy to bring out anybody from anywhere. So like that, like you said, you are obese. If you go on telling a person 10 times you are obese, you are obese, you are obese, he become more obese. So like that, these kind of words will have an impact on the. Sometimes, like people who takes it. If somebody comes and says you are obese, कल मैं करके दिखाता हूँ, I'll become fit or something. That kind of mindset will be there. But mostly, whatever we hear, we start acting on it.
So we need to be very careful of the words we are actually using. So from this entire session, what are some of the few points that I would really like to take away is, like, we need to visualize our success, and then we should focus on what we want, not fear of failures. We should not fear our failures. We should just go and then we'll be in a flow state. And then you also mentioned about optimal sleep, optimal health, that we need to have sleep patterns, we need to have health, we need to take a balanced nutrition. But the biggest thing we need to surely take control of is our mind. So I think that is these are really good takeaways, and anybody hearing this session, I hope they benefit from it. Sir, anything else you would like to talk about, or you would like the audience to know before we wrap up the entire session?
Yeah, I'm very, very obsessed about something. Then I go deep dive into that to understand that subject. So now my obsession is about anti-aging, about how to be healthy. So I'm experimenting this with so many clients, and they were enjoying life like anything. They said, "I've earned crores of rupees, but I never had this kind of life. Today I can look like a Superman. I have a lot of energy. Today, money is last priority. Money is important, but what happens is that state of mind, that state of flow, is what enjoying. So now my aim is to spread this thing to as many people as I can. So that's where I'm coming with some programs where I wanted to spread this happiness. Don't fall into the trap of wrong advisors. Put your common sense. Even I'm not saying I'm giving a great advice. What I'm saying is use your common sense. Whatever I'm saying, if you think it's good, you do it. Otherwise, don't do it. So when the whole idea is to live life to the optimal. So as per science, now we are able to live for 100 years or more than 100 years. So when you have to live for 100 years, there is two options. One is you're dragging yourself. You have ear pain, you have joint pain, you don't have this thing, but you are living. You are on the bed. You are not dying. Is one scenario. The other scenario, even if you are 90, you are playing with your grandchildren, but you are energetic, you are happy, you have all the energy. So what kind of life you want? It's up to you. So I'm coming up with the plans, or I want to train people all across the world how to be happy, how to be healthy, how to reach their optimal health.
Amazing. So, sir, how can people connect with you to know about these plans, to know about your programs?
Yeah, it will come very soon. So I'm going to train people. I wanted to bring, as I said, Eastern and Western methods under one platform and try to educate them. See, the education, we don't need any education. We are all, what do you call, we all have our own system to educate. But unfortunately, it's called unlearning. So lot of things have spoiled our mindset. अगर तुम पढ़ोगे नहीं तो तुम खराब हो जाओगे, अगर तुम खाओगे नहीं तो मोटे हो जाओगे. So these kind of things have come into our system. So now we have to reverse it. If I'm hungry, I wanted to eat. If I have interest, then only I'll study my book. So these kind of changes have to be happen. So I try to share my knowledge to people who will want to follow.
Amazing. We would love to see your programs coming up, and I'll share your channel details and your whatever contact details you will share with me. I'll share it on the channels, and do follow me, Pratishtha Bhalla and Nadeem sir, for getting a lot of more information and knowledge. And thank you so much for this amazing session and sharing all your years of experience, knowledge in this session today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So
all the best. Have a happy life and healthy life.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And to all my audience, stay awesome and stay blessed, and we'll meet in the next session.